There really is only one channel to start watching, and that's mine. Watch this for a second. Once again, I'll prove I'm right.
From the mixing area to the mold. We pour the limestone concrete mixture.
Okay, so they're saying that the pyramids were built using concrete type or limecrete. Unfortunately, no one's told them that the blocks are all different sizes, which means you would need 2.3 million molds, which is absolutely stupid. And also, don't tell them that the actual quarry that's at the back of the pyramids is actually missing the correct amount of limestone to make the 3 main pyramids. Don't tell them that. So if you're going to watch something, guys, probably my channel's probably the best, because I won't lie to you. Our true history is about to make someone look silly again. I don't mean to. It's just when someone says that they've got a fact and I ask for the evidence, they never come back. Go watch the amount of videos I've said, please show me the evidence. Do you think 0 people come back with the evidence? And you know why? Because they don't have it. So let's look what this person wrote. I do know one thing is a fact. Okay. 95% of what you think satellites do are really wires on Earth underground and under the ocean. NASA does release satellites on helium balloons. So this person wrote, as you see there, fact. So let's see this fact, because otherwise it's just a guess. And please don't show me a YouTuber. Please don't do that, because that's silly. So I'm looking for proper hard evidence, obviously, because you've got the evidence, otherwise you wouldn't have wrote the word fact. I should do a collation of these, shouldn't I, videos where I keep destroying people. Okay, so please reply back with the evidence and fact.
Black Knight. There are reports and a few photos even from NASA of an object in space, now called the Black Knight. The object is artificial and not a natural object that would be found in space. There are 2 theories as to what the Black Knight is. 1. It's a probe left by aliens to monitor Earth 13,000 years ago, or more, and was first noticed by the human public in the 1930s, or secretly since 1899. 2. It's part of a man-made rocket or spacecraft that either broke off or was ejected into space. Here are the reasons why people think it's an alien probe. Monitoring agencies all over the world claim the Black Knight has been transmitting signals in radio form for over thousands of years. It's been said that Nikola Tesla intercepted a signal from the Black Knight in 1899, and the signal was received in Colorado Springs using his high-voltage radio equipment. Since the 1930s, astronomers around the world have claimed they have received strange radio signals from the Black Knight. The first known photo was taken by the Communications Ministry in Venezuela in 1957 by Dr. Luis Corrales while he was taking pictures of Sputnik 2 as it passed over Caracas. By the 1960s, there was a lot of interest in the object. Even Time magazine on March 7, 1960 wrote about the Black Knight. Another of the reasons the Black Knight has gained a lot of interest is that it's in polar orbit around the Earth. Yet at the time, the only man-made satellites by the US and Soviet had an equatorial orbit. The first man-made object that had a polar orbit was launched in 1960. It was in the 1960s that scientists and astronomers tried to work out the weight of the Black Knight, and they suggest it's over 10 tons. No man-made object sent into space at that time weighed that amount, leading people to believe it's not man-made or even part of a man-made object that was sent into space. The skeptics claim if there really is an object there and it's not a big hoax, then it's part of a man-made object, either a secret satellite or part of a broken satellite. There was talk of scientists and other interested parties trying to raise crowdfunding to send a small cube satellite, CubeSat, with various pieces of equipment within it, to monitor and photograph Black Knight a lot closer than has ever been done. So far, I'm not aware of a launch date. A CubeSat is a 10-centimeter cube, and it weighs 1 kilogram. Almost anyone can build one, and they are then sent on a rocket along with other CubeSats into space and then released, allowing many scientists the chance to have experiments in space for a fraction of the price.
Because this person stated a fact saying that the dinosaur bones that's ever been found are from a company in China making chicken bones, to pretend that they're dinosaur bones, obviously he's made a statement. So I asked, if you've made that statement, could you show me the evidence? Otherwise you're just guessing. Because obviously if you're making a statement, you've got to have the facts. Otherwise it's a guess. So I asked for the evidence, and guess what? I got told to do my own legwork and stop being pompous. So I will take it that there is no evidence of such a factory in China dating back to the 1800s when people first started finding these supposed chicken bones. Back then there was no telephones. They would have had to have done letters to other countries around the world to say, hey, we're getting some of these fake chicken bones from China. Let's all pretend they're dinosaurs. So I'll stick with the dinosaurs were real. Thank you very much, unless you give me evidence. The Book of Revelations. If you're interested in actually finding out my version of what the Book of Revelations is, bearing in mind I'm the guy that's told you who Jesus' father was. No one's told me I'm wrong. I've told you who was on Atlantis, where it was. I've told you so many other things. And now I'm going after the Book of Revelation. So part 1 is now up, 17 minutes long. And it's only available on my Patreon page. But Patreon page is only a couple of quid. And there's already 106 videos. And some of these are hours long. I've got documentaries 3 hour long that I've actually created with my resources and my knowledge, etc. So it's unlike anything else you'll ever see anywhere else. And if you've watched any of my videos, you know what I'm talking about. There's mermaid videos, there's live chats, there's all sorts. Oh, even the Lost Book, the Black Ops Alien Spirits Bigfoots, I'm allowed to actually release each chapter weekly. So even that's on there. So for the price of a couple of quid, you even get the audio book of What's Your Best Evidence, new series. So where I normally give the evidence for people, this time I'm asking you for evidence. Obviously I don't believe there's an ice wall that goes all the way around the planet, because literally no one's seen it other than North and South Pole of any kind of description of an ice wall, which is supposedly, according to flat earthers, impenetrable and you can't get over the top of it. I mean, so can you show me the evidence? Do not show me a picture of North or South Pole's ice wall, because that's what you're going to show me. Do not show me a picture or videos of him, because he's talking about the land beyond the pole in the South Pole. If you actually listen properly, that's what he says. So I'm asking on this new little series that I'm doing, give me one bit of evidence that actually proves there's an ice wall behind, for example, Australia. Obviously, we've got no people that's ever seen it, so you can't give me names. But what evidence do you have? Show me. Tell me.